Look a little blurry. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing this morning? Long time. Oh man, it's been a long time. It's good to be back. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank y'all so much for y'all patience while your girl was down bad. But we are back in action. How y'all doing this morning? As y'all coming in, do me a big old favor and go ahead and double tap on that screen as y'all coming in. I want y'all to double tap on the screen if you just happy to be here this morning, period, right? I think we only done one live since I've been back from St. Lucia because the next day I ended up sick. Right? So yes, man, double tap on the screen real quick. You know what I'm saying? Good morning to y'all, grand rising to y'all, happy new day to all of my chosen family. Man, it feels so good to be back. Happy Tuesday. Then pop back on a Tuesday. So y'all know we got Tropical Cafe today. Make sure y'all grabbing y'all smoothies today. Double tapping on that screen as you coming in. Y'all know we got to reach our goals on all three platforms. So y'all go ahead. Let's get 10 badges over there on IG. Facebook, y'all know we need to go ahead and get up to 200. And then over there on TikTok, let's get up to 10K. Let's get our 10K goal. Thank you so much, Danielle. Danielle getting it started for us on Facebook. Let's go double tapping on that screen. Let's get to it. Man, listen, I'm doing a tour day, y'all. I'm doing a tour day for 10 days. I'm actually on day 3. So just putting it out there for any and everybody that also want to participate. It is not too late for you to get in. The tour day is just basically means that we're going to be trying, our goal is to reach 10K. 10K steps a day, which is going to put us around about at that 5-mile mark. So the goal is to have 5 miles and 10K steps every single day. 10K steps and 5 miles every single day. We doing tour days, man, getting out there, getting it in. Y'all double tapping on the screen. So anybody that's trying to get in, make sure y'all go ahead and start today. Start right now today. Go ahead and jump on in there. Gigi McGross, appreciate you. First badge of the morning over there on IG. Y'all help Gigi out over there, man. She got 1 badge. We need 9 more. Got 2 badges on IG. We need 8 more badges. Let's go double tapping on that screen. Good morning, Melalicious. Appreciate you so much. I appreciate you. We got 3. Let's get it. What's up, LaShonda? Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that love over there. TikTok, man. Where y'all at? Y'all at 2K? 2K? We at okay then. All right, let's get to it. What's up? Thank you, Crystal Love. Appreciate that over there. Y'all double tapping on the screen, man. Y'all know we've been talking about spiritual warfare. This has turned into I'm about to call it a whole semester, right? Because we've been over here and we've been dissecting what is a spiritual war, what is the spiritual awakening, the stages of spiritual awakening, things that happen throughout that process of the awakening. Thank you, Purple Flowers 93. Appreciate you so much. Is it Romaine 62? Appreciate you so much. We've been talking about the stages, and when we left off, we were just talking about nature, and we were talking about, you know, how as you're continuing to grow in Christ, you start to become a person that is more, you know, in tune with nature, and things of the world is not as important to you as they were before, right? We talked about how, you know what I mean, it become the simplest things in life, you know, strolling through the park, sitting by the river, you know what I'm saying, taking a long, you know what I'm saying, a long drive, going nowhere, no real destination, but really becoming in tune. And then we actually started standing out, you know what I mean, just sitting out and allowing the sun to kiss us a little bit, you know, throughout the day. Just appreciating life on a whole nother level is one of the things that we started to look at a whole lot more, right? So then as we continuing on, because we still got more to go. So continuing on into the spiritual awakening, I started speaking to you guys about becoming spiritually focused. And the reason why I was teaching on becoming spiritually focused is because the enemy is always going to work double time to try to distract you. Miss DeB, appreciate you so much. Going to always work double time to try to distract you. Whether that is with day-to-day stuff, relationship stuff, family stuff, friend stuff, it's going to be stuff that's going to be happening every single day that's going to try to rob you of your focus. And spiritually, for some reason, what we do is whenever life starts happening, and when I say life, I'm talking about physical life, right? We can be on this journey and we'll be fasting, we'll be praying, we'll be studying, we'll be in all types of different health groups to build our spiritual life, and we'll be so happy, joy inside of our spiritual life, and we'll just be growing. But though nothing starts or stops your spiritual growth like your physical life. Anybody ever seen it? Anybody ever seen it? By a show of hands, put the hand in the chat. If you witnessed it, somebody was on their road, man, and they were going, friends, say, you are so right. Come on, Mr. Carl. We have to be real about it, right? We be on this journey, we be going, we be living our best life. Spiritually, we just, we on cloud nine. We just going, right? And then all of a sudden, something that happened in the physical life, right? In the physical life, and all of a sudden, it stops your growth. Right? All of a sudden you up here, you growing, everything is doing what you wanted to do. And then as soon as something happens, you forget all your words of prayer. You forget how you was fasting. You forget how you was studying. You forget how you was running up and down on folk church. You forgot all the times that you was sitting at the altar, tears running down your eyes, talking about how much you trust God and God gonna do this and God gonna do that for you. All of these things, right? You forget the moment that something happens in your physical life, you completely stop your spiritual journey. Yeah. I'm just being real. I'm just being real because I know I ain't the only one that's seen it. Yeah, I see the ouches in the chat. This is why we're teaching this morning on being spiritually focused. This is a journey that you have to be on even when you don't feel like you're at your best. This is a journey that we're all on. And sometimes you're going to get a report that's not the report that you want. You're going to get some news that's not the news that you want. There's going to be some things that's going to happen in your life and you're going to feel like it's unfair. It's going to be some stuff happening in your life and you're going to be standing there looking in the mirror and you're going to be like, God, why in the world is this happening to me right now? Why in the world do I got to go through this? The way that I fast, the way that I pray, the way that I worship, the way that I show up for your folks out here in the world, and you mean to tell me out of all the folk I got to go through this? These are going to be things that's going to happen, right? These are going to be things that we as believers, you're going to experience. And if every single time something happens in your life and the first thing that you do is bring up what it is that you do, oh, I be fasting and I be praying and I be worshiping and I be doing all of these things, and how can something like this happen to me? Now the serious question is, why are you doing those things? Put it in your notes. That's a note. That's red ink. I know. Yeah, sit down. Sit down. I know some of y'all that stood up like, wait a minute. Yeah. Hey, come back. Don't try to stroll off now. Come on back. Listen, this is what I'm saying to you. If every time something happens in your life, when you are on your up and you're growing spiritually, mentally, physically, you on the high. This is all the stuff that you're doing. You fasting, you praying, you studying, you worshiping, you going to Sunday service, you running up and down the pews. Understand me? You over there shouting before anybody can shout. You over there, you doing all of these things, and then as soon as something happens in your life, then all of a sudden the first thing that you say is all the things that you've been doing. Then why are you doing those things? That has to be the question. Thank you, Takesha. Come on, coach. Well, what do you mean? Why are you doing those things? Because let me be the one to tell you, right? You doing all of those things are not going to exempt you from hardship. Hey, yeah. You can fast all you want to fast, and you can pray all you want to pray. I want you to know that you can pray all you want to pray, and you can fast all you want to fast, and you can do all the hooping and all the hollering that your little heart can handle. But I'm going to tell you this right here. It's not going to exempt you from hardship. You're still going to struggle. You're still going to cry. You're still going to experience darkness. You're still going to go through trials and tribulations. You're still going to face some stuff in your life. And if I'm going to be 100% transparent with you, that's when you're going to experience it the most. You don't experience hurt and you don't experience pain on high level until God is starting to raise you, to grow you, to heal you, to fully develop you. That's when you really are being tested. That's when you really being tried. And I always go back to the starting team, right? Before the coach put the best player out there on the court, the coach first have to do what? Identify the best players. Come on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Once you the best player, the best player, and they had the best player out there. Y'all done seen the best player play. They had the best player out there playing, leg be all wrapped up, but the best player with a wrapped up leg is still better than the player that's all the way together who ain't got nothing wrong with them. But they still be out there riding the bench. The best player out there on the floor got a hurt leg all wrapped up, and guess what? Be still out there on the court playing while somebody who ain't got nothing wrong with their leg is still sitting on the bench. But even with them having the use of all of their limbs, nothing wrong with them, they still not as good as the best player with the leg wrapped up. Understand me? This is how this thing works. It's like, yeah, I know you bruised. I know you hurt. I know your feelings hurt. I know you feel humiliated. I know you feel down bad. I know you feel like everybody done turned their back on you. I know you feel like the world is caving in on you. I know you feel all of those things, but you still got to get on the court. Hey. Yeah. That'll teach you. That'll work. Yeah, but you still got to get on the court. The game still has to be played. Things still have. This is how spiritually focused you have to be. This is how connected you have to be. This is how dedicated that you have to be. This is how obedient, understand me, that you really and truly you have to be. Even when you're fasting, even when you're praying, even when you're doing all of these things, you have to ask, what am I doing this for? Because if you're thinking that you're doing that and it's going to exempt you, it's not. Even if you think that this is going to exempt you, it's going to give you a free pass, it's going to have you, it's not. This is going to be something that you're going to have to be 100% all the way invested. You have to be all the way in. And if the first thing that comes up into your mind, right? If the first thing, let me get you out of here real quick, sweetheart, because I want you to go have the day that you deserve real quick. If the first thing that comes to your mind is every single thing that you done, I've been fasting, I've been praying, I've been worshiping. If every single time something goes wrong in your life and you feel like it's an unfair thing to you and this thing is happening to me and I don't understand why it's happening to me, if the first thing that comes up to your mind is, I've done all of this, I've been doing all of this, is the first thing that comes to your mind, and that's the first thing that you start saying out loud and you feel away, then guess what? You were doing what you were doing because you were trying to manipulate the situation. You were doing what you were doing because you were trying to control the situation. You were doing what you were doing because you wanted to be the one, understand me, you wanted to be the one that made it be what you wanted to be. And that's not how this right here works. You are not in control of the outcome of things. What you doing, all that's not going to change the outcome of things. Your fasting, your praying, your worship, your all of that, that's not going to change the outcome of things. Now, do we wish, do we hope, do we pray that it would? Yes, of course. And there's nothing wrong with asking. That's not what we're saying. We're not saying that you can't make your request known. We're not saying that God is not going to supply all of your needs. What I'm saying is don't set yourself up to be disappointed. That's what I'm telling you. Don't set yourself up to be disappointed by thinking that just because this is what you asked for, what you prayed for, you think that just because this is why you've been crying and you've been running up and down the aisles of the church, that it's going to be what it is that you wanted to be. Because sometimes no matter how much of that you do, the answer can still be no, or the answer will still be no. Why? Because that's not a part of the assignment. Thank you, Krista, for the CA. Thank you, Amber Rivers, for the CA. I appreciate you. Sometimes the answer is still going to be no. I heard your cry. I seen your tears. I saw how you was fasting. I saw how you was praying. I saw everything that you were doing, but the answer is still no. And will you still be dedicated? Will you still be committed? Will you still follow through when the answer is no? Spiritually focused. Spiritually focused is recognizing that, yeah, even though I know what it is that I want, I understand that there's no guaranteed on that. Because if that's not a part of your will, if that's not a part of what you want for my life, then no matter how much I do this, that right there just won't be. So what is it that you're going to do? Now I have to pray for my strength and my strength and the wisdom to handle the no's. That's red ink. That deserves ink right there. You have to pray. Yeah. Your prayer every single day should be, God, give me the strength and the encouragement and the wisdom the strength to continue to move forward when your answer is no, and the wisdom to understand why your answer was no. So that when that answer be no, and I see that I'm not getting what it was that I wanted, give me the wisdom to understand it. Why? Because when we understand things, we move faster. We move forward faster. When we understand it, we move forward faster. The only time that we move slow and drag ourselves and have no sense of urgency is when we really not sure. When we really not sure, we go extremely slow because we don't know what's ahead of us. But when you are asking God for wisdom, he says, if you ask me for wisdom, I'm going to give it to you in a generous amount. Well, the one thing that he does want for each and every one of us is that he wants us to be wise. He wants us to be knowledgeable. He wants us to be well educated, right? Because he understands that the more that you know, the more that you grow, the more that you evolve. And not only is the more that you evolve, but also the more that you teach. See, the information that you get is not just for you. The information that you get is so that you can teach others. So that wisdom, that understanding, that knowledge will continue to flow. Right? This is what this is about. Thank you so much, Kira, for that CA this morning. Good morning. Double tap on that screen. Double tapping on that screen. So anytime, so I want you guys to understand this. So life is going to happen, right? We get that, right? Life is going to happen. Things are going to happen, right? I'm not going to always get the yeses that I want. It's not going to always be a pillow of beautiful roses, and it's not going to always be a soft life, and it's not going to always be happy, joy, and I'm not going to always be overstimulated, and I'm not going to always be, because we treat God the same way we treat relationships, right? As long as the relationship is stimulating, right? Y'all all over each other. It's love. As long as that person is giving you what it is that you want from them, it's all love. As long as that person is fulfilling all of your love languages, then it's all love. As long as that person is being a yes, and I'm going to do it, and it gets, it's all love. It's all love. It's all love. But the moment that person is not giving you what it is that you want from that individual, the moment that things are not going as planned, the moment that it's not looking like how it was looking in the honeymoon stages of that particular relationship, in that moment is when the real love actually takes place, right? Because you have to understand how folk work. As long as it's stimulating, right? As long as it's stimulating and I'm getting what I want, and you showing up and you providing a need for me, then I love you, baby. They will love the skin off your bone. Do you hear me? But the moment that this is not fun anymore, and I don't think that you listen to me like that anymore, and I don't think I have your full attention like I did before, all of a sudden now, right, the love ain't the same love. Because this ain't, and people, wait. This is how you know what the type of people that you're dealing with. See, the first 3 to 6 months was happy, joy. Because everybody was getting to know everybody. Happy, joy. It was all excited and all of that because we getting to know each other, and we talking about all these dates, and you just pulling up and picking me up, and you showing me the time of my life, and you working double time to show that individual that you not they funky ex. You do, yeah. You doing everything in their power, everything that they told you that they ex did, that they did not like, you trying to make sure you do the opposite. Every time that they say that they don't like this and they don't like that, you trying to make sure, understand me, that you do everything that other person did not do, and you building yourself, you correcting yourself, you moving this here, moving that there. I'm talking about you playing Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head like you ain't never played it before. You got your nose where your ears at, your mouth on top of your head. Understand me, you got all kind of stuff going on. They just got you mixing and matching and putting things all over the place. Why? Because they building you. And half of the time it's a lie. But this is what happens when you don't know yourself. When you don't know yourself and you don't know your worth, understand me. This is the beginning stages. This is the beginning stages of things when you're not focused. When you're not focused, when you really don't know who you are, when you really have no clue about nothing. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. You meet them and y'all happy, joy. Y'all over there just mixing and matching, just doing everything, right? And it's all fun it's all fun at that time. But the moment that this thing start to settle, what they say, the dust settles, the moment that the dust start to really settle in this thing and the relationship becomes like a real relationship, and now you actually have to be committed, and now you actually have to follow through, and now you have to actually be a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a husband or a wife, and there's duties and there's responsibilities to other people that's beyond yourself. Now what? Because wait a minute, I was good when we was dating and it was like you was catering to me. Now we're in a whole relationship and this thing got to be reciprocal. I don't know nothing about that. You will be amazed how many folk don't know nothing about a reciprocal type of relationship. They only know how to receive. Why? Because I've been receiving my whole entire life. Everybody that I done dated and gave to me. They had no real responsibility of having to show up for nobody but themselves. They had no real responsibility of having to love anybody other than themselves. They were always being a person that was being given to and never been a person that was held responsible for being a person that showed up with something in their hand. So now that the relationship is a solid relationship and they actually have to start giving something, right? Showing up for something, providing something. Now they lost. I'm talking about whole Blues Clues. They in there trying to fit. Oh, I don't know how to do this. And I'm trying to. How Scooby-Doo say? As an adult. That's how we do God. He's like, wait a minute, I'm here. I've been here. I've been standing here. I've been giving to you. I've been making a way for you. I've been opening doors for you. I've been creating opportunities for you. All the yeses that you got, all of that's been me. And all I ask you to do is to show up and give me your part. All I ask you to do is to be committed. All I ask you to do is to show up and do the same thing for me that I'm willing to do for you. And we fall short at that because we're not used to providing no service. We're not used to providing a service. But the Bible says that we were created to serve. But you will be amazed how many people want to be the chief and nobody wants to be the Indian. But then as you're learning and growing through Christ conscious, we learn what? Christ says, listen, it's better to be a person that is a server over a ruler. But if you never studied that, then you will never know that. You will never understand that. Every relationship, including the relationship that we have with God, has got to be a relationship that is based on reciprocity. It has to be reciprocal. It has to be a give and a take. You have to show up. You have to provide. You can't always be coming with your hand out. And just like in any other relationship, right? Just like in a relationship that you have in the physical, the same relationship rules still apply with God. You can't get something for nothing. Understand me. You can't always show up here and then just automatically think that I'm going to give. I'm going to do. And then you will have no type of responsibility. That's not how this is going to work, right? And we know that to be true because what did God do with Gideon and them? He said, hey, y'all gonna sit out here in this wilderness and y'all gonna sit out here for 7 years. I hear y'all crying out to me. I hear y'all begging me. I know y'all want me to come and save y'all. I know y'all want me to give you something, but your disobedience, I keep telling you what I need from you and you won't do what I need from you, but then you keep expecting from me to keep giving you what you expect from me. This relationship is not reciprocal. It's very parasitic. All you're doing is sucking everything good that's up out of me. You using me. You're taking advantage of me. And even if you don't say it with your words, that's what you're doing. If we're gonna be honest, how many of y'all gonna be real about it this morning? And just say ouch in the chat real quick. Yeah, I've been using you. I know I don't do what I'm supposed to do. I know I don't show up how I'm supposed to show up. I know I'm not as focused as I need to be. I know that there's times that I skip out and I don't fast, I don't pray, I don't study, I don't worship. I know it's times when I just make excuses about this, that, and the third, and I don't do what I'm supposed to do, but I still expect for you to do what you're supposed to do. Never mind the fact that, yeah, come on. A lot of y'all got that. Never mind the fact that I didn't do. Yeah, you're going to have to let go of that. You'll be amazed how many people walking around with that type of mindset. Never mind the fact that I did not do. They can point out every single thing that's about you, everything that's wrong with you, everything that you didn't do, and everything that you did in your yesteryears. They'll hold it, and I'm talking about they'll hold it as tight as they can hold it. They'll hold it so tight they got the impression of their nails inside of their hand. That's how tight that they holding on to it. Trust me, right? But they can't see a doggone thing in their own life. Won't see nothing in their own life. Won't see what caused you to, none of that. They won't see none of that. Understand me? I was like, wait a minute. I show up for you. I do my part. I've been over backwards. I send you this. I send you that. And sometimes I don't even get a thank you from you. Understand me? I wake you up every single day and you jump up, and the first thing you do when you jump up is you start doing some other stuff. I don't even get a thank you for the brand new day. I don't get a thank you for putting breath in your body. I don't get a thank you for having your activities of your limbs. I don't get a thank you for being clothed in your right mind. You act like it's a struggle for you to get up and get to know me. You act like it. You act like I'm wrong for asking you to get up and to simply address me when you wake up, when I'm the one that's waking you up. Come on. Come on. That was up on the screen. Being spiritually focused is understanding that God needs the same. He needs the same type of relationship. It has to be a reciprocal thing. You want something, you have to be willing to get up and say that this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. And your intention in behind your worship, your intention in behind your praise, your intention in behind your fasting, your intention in behind your studying, all of these things, you're going to have to check your intention. And this is quarter three. Check your intention, because I hope you're not thinking that because you're doing those things that you're going to be promised an easy life, because you're not guaranteed an easy life because you're a strong worshiper, or because you're a prayer warrior, or because you speak in tongues, or because you know how to run up and down the aisles, or because you know when to yell, yes, pastor, or yeah, this and that. No. That's not going to guarantee you a soft life. That's not how this works. None of us was guaranteed a soft life. You know what creates a soft life? What creates a soft life is you accepting the fact that all of these things are going to happen. What you understand me? What's going to happen in this is the thing that creates the soft life is you accepting the fact that these things are going to in fact happen in your life, and you're not shaken when they do. What creates a soft life is you acknowledging the fact that there's going to be times when you're going to have to cry. There's going to be times when you're going to have to fast. There's going to be times when you're going to have to pray, and you're going to be right there in the thick of things. You're going to be right there where you feeling like, oh, hell is breaking loose in your life, and you're like, what in the world is going on? Your soft life is in the middle of all that drama, all that chaos. You still have peace. That's the soft life that you get when you're operating with a spiritual mindset. That's the soft life that you get when you're operating with a spiritual mindset. When you're operating with a spiritual mindset, when you're operating with that level of thinking in your life, thank you so much, Antoinette, for the CA. That's when you receive that soft life. What are you saying, Coach? Soft life in the spiritual realm, soft life with a believer is knowing that even though I'm going through the rough time of my life, even though all hell might be breaking loose, even though I got negativity that's all surrounding me, even though I'm surrounded by naysayers, I'm surrounded by Debbie Downers, I'm surrounded by pity party Patties, I'm surrounded by complaining Cindy's. These folks is all around me, but yet and still, I have so much prayer in me, so much fast in me, so much study in me that I'm able to block out all of the noise, even though it's going on around me. I don't allow any of those things to get inside of me. I don't allow any of those things to get inside of my spirit. I don't allow any of those things to interrupt my flow. I don't
don't allow any of those things to upset me or to frustrate me or to aggravate me or agitate me to the point where it changes my mood or it changes my praise. Double tap on the screen. She says, but God. Yeah. Come on, double tap on the screen. Send some love, all three platforms. Good morning, Lily. How you doing? Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Jade. I see y'all over there. Can we get 5 badges on IG? Double tap on the screen. Facebook, can we get up to 1,000? Let's get to it. Double tap on the screen. It's tight, but it's right. Being spiritually focused, being spiritually locked in, is understanding that God has never promised us a soft life, right? Number one, he's never promised us a soft life. And number two, our fasting, our praying, our worship is not going to exempt us from hardship. We're still going to go through things, and there's going to be a 99.9% chance that we're going to go through even more things when we do start fasting and praying that way. So when we're fasting, we're praying, and we're worshiping, and we're studying, and we're doing all of these things, if we start saying as soon as hell start breaking loose in our life, oh, well, I be fasting, and why this happening to me? Then you need to check your reason. I'm giving you your notes back. I'm giving you your notes once again. You need to do what? You need to check your reasons. You need to check the reason why you fasting. Check the reason why you praying. Check the reason why you studying. Because if you're fasting, you're praying, and you're studying, and you're worshiping, and you're doing those things because you think that you're going to manipulate God, or you're going to change his mind, or you're going to make him do something that he already was planning to do something that he had already said he was going to do, that's not going to work. Your fasting, your praying, your worship, your studying is not going to change what God is already going to do. That's the yeah. I tried to hold that, but I can't hold it. I'm gonna put it out there. Understand me. I need for you to understand that. Number one, God never promised us a soft life. God never promised us a soft life. So if you came into the spiritual journey and you thinking that you're about to enter into a soft girl era, this is not going to be a soft girl era. This right here is not going to be for you. I need for you to know that, because the moment that you start locking in with the Most High, that's the moment that all hell start breaking loose, and that's the moment that you're going to be challenged left and right. Number two, your fasting, your praying, your worshiping, all of that is not going to manipulate God. That's not going to manipulate God. That's not going to change. Understand me. Your fasting, your praying, your worshiping, your studying is not going to manipulate God. That's not going to change what he says is going to be. What he says is going to be is exactly what it's going to be. And there's absolutely nothing that you're going to be able to do about that. Understand me. And that right there, that's just, hey, you could do it. You could take the note or don't take the note, but that's still number two. It's still going to be number two, and we still not going to switch it out just because you're not in agreement with it. Baby, that's just going to be on you. It's not going to change him. It's not going to make him do something that he says, my word is not going to return back to me void. It's going to do exactly what I sent it out to do. So whatever I said that it was going to do, that's exactly what is going to happen. And we know that us praying, us worshiping, us crying, us having a pity party, we know that that's not going to change what God is going to do. Because did not Jesus cry out to God 3 different times and ask him to find another way to do what? To redeem people? Why do I have to go through all of this? Understand me. While I got to take all of this, I'm out here and I'm without sin. I'm your own son. I'm crying out to you. I'm begging you. Don't do it like this right here. He's looking in the cup. He's seeing all the people that's going to betray him. And guess what? He still got to go to the cross in order for us to be able to have redemption. So your praying, your fasting, your crying is not going to shift what God is going to do. I know this heavy this morning. Some of y'all like, man, God dog, what happened with her, man? God dog, she ain't even walk, she ain't even, wait, baby, coach, you ain't even baby step us into this. You just jump out here like this, why you ain't God dog? Come on. He asked 3 different times. And I'm giving this to you because I want you to understand that I don't want you to think that you're going to be out here in this world and that hard stuff is not going to happen to you. I don't want you to be out here in this world thinking that you're not going to experience no trials, that you're not going to experience no tribulations. I don't want you out here thinking that this journey is going to be a pillow of pink roses because you're fasting and you're praying. Because if you think that, then you're going to be setting yourself up for failure. And the moment that you don't get what it is that you want, the moment that things don't happen the way that you want it to happen, the moment that you get to know, the moment that you start to feel disappointed, it's the very moment that you will turn your back on God. That's the very moment that you will give up on God. That's the very moment that you will separate yourself. Now you want to go practice another religion. Now you want to go sit in a mosque. Now you want to go pray to Buddha. Now you over here, you want to be an atheist. Why? Because you did not get what you want. So if we as teachers don't teach you guys the honest, unsaturated, unsugar-coated truth, then you will walk around thinking that everything is going to happen your way and going to give you this and going to give you that. And then when you get disappointed, now you're gone. I just got to tell you the truth. Because if I tell you the truth now and you receive the truth, then you're not surprised when it happened, right? You're not surprised when it happened. You might be a little bit disappointed, but you will have the same response that Jesus had, right? Number one, God never promised us a soft life. This ain't for the, if you're looking for soft life, this ain't for the soft lifers. He never promised you a soft life. Number two, you're fasting, you're praying, you're worship, you're studying, you're jumping and shouting and running up and down the church pews. That's not going to manipulate God. His word is going to be exactly what his word is. And it doesn't matter about none of that. I need for you to understand the example that I gave you guys was Jesus. He asked 3 different times. If there's another way that you can do this, then let's do that. And then guess what? All 3 times he received the same thing. So much so that you're going to get the same thing and your thing is going to be the same thing. But nevertheless, let your will be done. When you're out here in 2025 and you're experiencing hard stuff, right? When you're going through the drama, when you're going through the chaos, when you're being discredited, when you're being slandered, when you're being humiliated, when you feel like your back is against the wall, when you feel like everybody is turning their backs on you, when you feel like people just got a beef with you, they got a problem with you, when you feel all these negative things coming at you, when you got the furlough from the job, when you got sick and you got this going on, you got that going on, guess what? You have to do the same thing that Jesus did, right? He did, what did he say? He said, but nevertheless, let your will be done. Understand me, but nevertheless, let your will. Nevertheless, let your will. I don't like what I'm going, what do you say? That's, put it in your notes. That's highlight that. Highlight that, highlight that. I want you to know that when you're going through the toughest times in your life and you praying and you fasting, maybe you're fasting and you doing your thing, God, you know what? This is what I want. But nevertheless, let your will be done. If this is not what you want for my life, if this relationship is not the relationship that you want for my life, if this job ain't the job that you want me to have, if this degree is not the degree that you want me to have, if this is not how you want me to work in the church, if this is not how you want me to work in the community, if this is not how you want me to be here, there, and everywhere, then let me know. Because let your will be done. Not my will, but your will be done. It's in that moment that now I want you, I'm going to walk you in it, but just hold on a minute. It's in that moment that you just surrendered. Come on, Rashad. Don't start cutting up too much. Tell the choir to sit down. Tell the choir to sit down. Listen, I need for you to know it's in that moment that you're surrendering. It's in that moment that you're giving it up. And that's what he's saying to you. This right here, this life is not about what you want. It's about what I created you for. Understand me. This is not about your preference. It's not about how you might want this and you might want that. This right here, this is about what I created you to do. The mission that I have for you. You have to develop a nevertheless, let your will be done. When somebody say, oh yeah, well, I thought you was going to be mad about it. Nah, baby, nevertheless, let his will be done. Understand me. It was something that I wanted. It was something that I didn't mind doing. It was something that I thoroughly enjoyed. But listen, it's nevertheless, let his will be done. You're going to have people that's out here in this world that's going to be looking at you crazy because they're going to be expecting for you to be angry. They're going to be expecting for you to be so disappointed that you can't be happy for another person. They're going to be looking at you and what they're going to be expecting from you is for you to be having an adult temper tantrum. They're going to be looking at you and they're going to be looking at you because they're going to be expecting for you to have your face all balled up. They're going to be expecting for you to be walking around mad and everybody slamming doors and stomping off. They're going to be looking for you to be over there falling into depression and stress and anxiety and everything else. But when you develop the nevertheless, let your will be done, you acknowledge in that moment, this was not a part of your will for my life. You acknowledge that this was not something that was going to be good for me because what did he say? I'm not going to withhold any good thing from you. It might be good for you, but that right there, that ain't going to be good for me. Friends say, my gosh, Hey. Yeah, baby. So what? You didn't get the job. That job wasn't for you. If you got that job was probably going to destroy you. Understand me? Oh, yeah, I know, sis. You might have wanted that relationship. You might have wanted that man. You might have thought, oh, we're going to make some beautiful babies. And if I get with him, we're going to have this, that, and the third. But the truth of the matter was he was a beautiful disaster. And if you would have got with him, then he was going to walk you like a dog. Understand me? Want to drain you of every single good thing that was in you. You need to start thanking God right now today that he did not choose you. Understand that y'all did not link up after all, that he skipped right on past your DMs. Yes, sis, I know you might have wanted to go through it. You wanted them friends, and you wanted them friends so bad because you've been alone your whole entire life, and you just wanted people to go to Miami with, and you wanted to do this and wanted to do that. But the truth of the matter is, baby, you would have been more of a friend to them than they would have ever been to you. Your level of friendship and their level of friendships is not even the same. Baby, understand me, you all about being a friend and treating a friend like a sister. They don't see you as a sister. They see you as competition. They see you as somebody that they want to be. Understand me? They don't want to be friends with you. They want to be you. Understand me? That's the reason why you can't sit comfortably with them. That's the reason why y'all can't be cool. That's the reason why y'all can't kick it. Understand me? These are things that God is protecting us from, and we get sad. Okay, I'm gonna drink my drink. You ain't have to do all that. Okay, hold on. Okay. I'm gonna wait on y'all to show me some love. Drinking the drink. Yeah. Let me get 5 badges. IG, where y'all at? Make sure we ain't stuck over there on IG. Oh yeah, friends. Wait a minute. Ooh, that's tight, but it's right. Friends, yeah, clock it. Yeah, some of y'all right now, that's your problem right there. That's your problem right there. Baby, them girls ain't trying to be friends with you. They trying to be you. They trying to be you. How you expect for them to be cool with you when they trying to be you? That don't make sense. That don't make sense. How you expect for them to like you when they so jealous of you? They jealous of you. They envious of you. How you think that they're gonna support you or they're gonna invest in you when they look? Come on, let's be real about it. And you over there talking about, I don't even know what I done to them. Be successful. I don't know why they mad at me because you got your own. I don't know why they feel a certain type of way about me. And I'm so cool. I'm so this and I'm so that. Yeah, that's what they bother by. A person that don't have peace in their life will ruin the peace that you got in yours. Hello, a person who don't have joy in their life, they'll go outside of their way and they'll try to ruin the joy that you got in your life. A person that's at war with themselves, they're going to create war with you. Hello, somebody tell you ain't got to say nothing to nobody. You ain't got to do nothing to nobody. When people see that you are a happy person, when people see you, all you got to do is smile. You ain't even got to have all your teeth, but all you got, they can't stand to see you smile like that, baby. When yeah, come on now. They get upset with that. Why? Because they can't smile. They find it hard to smile in their own life. They find it hard to have joy in their own life. And the last thing that they want to do is come up in there and then you go smiling, showing all the teeth in your head. The last thing they want to do is see you coming up in there and you got that positive mindset and you talking about joy, you talking about peace, you talking about thriving in life, and they over there talking about, well, I don't know, I didn't use my last bit of money to do this, and I didn't use my last bit of money to do that. So now they always talking about you bragging, and you ain't even bragging. You just proud of yourself. You just proud of the fact that you no longer have to worry about that. You proud of the fact that you able to pay your bills and pay them on time. You proud of the fact, understand me, that now all of a sudden you ain't got to go over there and buy a whole pack of ramen noodles and then put this to make sure you can get that. Now you just excited for who you are. Thank you so much, Kenyatta Brown. I appreciate the CA. Baby, listen, I'm just glad I ain't eating ramen every day now. I'm glad I ain't got to worry about eating just PB&J every day now. Understand me? I'm just happy about that. You mad at me because I say I want a little Chick-fil-A. Must be nice to have Chick-fil-A money. It is. That's why you have to watch everything that people say, people that be around you. Understand me? Everything is just not going to be for you. Everybody is just not going to be for you. Understand me? And this is how we as a people, we have to get to a place in life when God says no about relationships, when he say no about friendships, when he says no about jobships, when he say no about this, that, and the third, that we develop that mindset, that nevertheless let your will be done, and we remain super focused, that we remain locked in, that we remain being that person that say, hey, look, I trust you. A part of trusting God is being locked in even when it's not what you want it to be. Understand me? A part of trusting God and operating with that spiritual consciousness, right? Christ conscious is trusting and believing God when you don't even understand what's happening in that moment in your life. I don't know why you're doing what you're doing. I don't know why you're removing this person. I don't know why you're exposing that person. I don't know why you do. I don't know why you're doing it, but you know what? Do what you got to do. It's simply accepting it. That's what Jesus did. He simply accepted it. He says, well, as much as I don't want to go to the cross, as much as I don't want the nails in my hands, as much as I don't want the nail in my feet, as much as I don't want them to put the spear in my side, as much as I don't want the thorns of a crown on my head, as much as I don't want them spitting at me, as much as I don't want to be on a public display, to be laughed, to be mocked, as much as I don't want to endure people that I know, that I love, that I trust, the ones that I'm feeding, the bread. Thank you, Latanya Taylor, appreciate you so much. As much as the ones that I fed, I'm feeding them. They're praying with them. They're experiencing the best of me. And you mean to tell me that the same ones that experiencing the best of me, that seeing me work wonders, that seeing me work miracles, are going to be the same exact ones that's going to deny me? That's going to be the same exact ones that's going to betray me? Thank you, Amber Rivers, for the CA. You mean to tell me that I got to sit here and I gotta watch that I gotta endure that, and I still gotta be good to them even knowing their truth? Oh, wait a minute. 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 Oh, you mean to tell me that I gotta still walk with them and I already know that one is going to deny me 3 times, not 1, not 2, but 3 times? You mean to tell me that you mean to tell me that I still gotta stay connected to somebody that you and I both already know is gonna hand me over to the high priest? That's what you're trying to tell me. And then when they tell you mean to tell me, and you still want me to break bread with him? You still want me to eat with him? You still want me to sit here and let him call me rabbi? Are you serious? Yes. Can you imagine? So when I say that this is not going to be a soft life, that this is not going to be a soft life, that this is not going to be something that is going to be a pillow of pink roses, when I say that this is not going to always be something that you are going to enjoy, when I say that there's going to be times in your life where you want to throw in the towel, want to throw it in, but don't throw it in. It's going to be times when you want to give up, but you better not give up. Well, it's going to be times in your life when you don't want to get out of the bed and you're going to have to force yourself up out of the bed. It's going to be times when you don't want to eat because you feel like you done lost your appetite, and you still going to have to get up and make you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's right, peanut butter and jelly, because it's gonna stick, and you still gonna have to eat that sandwich. Understand me? You're gonna have to push yourself sometimes. You're gonna have to motivate yourself sometimes. You're gonna have to get up and you're gonna have to get to it, even when you don't feel like it, even when you're not in the mood for it, even when you really and truly don't want to. Why? Because when we're talking about operating with a level of spiritual focusedness, this means that even when I know you, they don't even deserve me to show up, but showing up anyway. Because this ain't even about you. I'm not even in alliance with you. I'm in alliance with God. My loyalty is with God. I'm locked in, and I'm locked in with him. I'm good to you because me not being good to you will mean that I'm out of alliance with him. Oh my God, what'd you say, Coach? I don't think, yeah. Thank you so much, Candace. I thank you, Candace. I appreciate you, sis. I'm gonna do it again. Essence, hold tight, because I'm gonna do it again. Can somebody try to send a badge on IG? I want to make sure that they not stuck. They've been in the same place this whole entire time. I want to make sure that they not stuck over there. Double tap, because I need to know if I need to go out and then come back in or something. There's gonna be times in your life, right? Me being good to you, being good to people that know, you don't even deserve my goodness. You don't even deserve my goodness. You don't deserve anything that's good that's coming from me. You don't even deserve it. But you give it to them anyway. And the whole time they thinking that they got over on you. They thinking that they finessed you. Thank you so much, Chef Shirley. They thinking that they finessed you. They thinking that they got over on you. They think that they bamboozled you, that they hoodwinked you. No, I'm good to you not because of you. I'm good to you because the God that is within me. And me not being good to you, right? Me not being good to you. Nah, I don't see it. It's not giving nothing over on it's not giving nothing on IG. So I think I need to go out and come back. Me not being good to you means that I'm out of alignment with God. Me not being good to you means that I'm out of alignment with God. You're not getting over on me. You're not finessing me. You're not bamboozling me. You're not hoodwinking me. I'm doing what I'm doing because of the God that's within me. This ain't even got nothing to do with you. She says, this I needed to hear this morning. Yeah. You have to understand this, right? So as we're continuing on our journey, it's going to be times when, no, this ain't what we want to do. It's saying that y'all give me 1 second. I'm going to get out and come back. Okay, hold on. I don't know what it got going on. I'm gonna bring them right back. Y'all give me a second. I don't like for people not to be able to get their notes. Yeah, we've been gone for a while too. I want to make sure that they're able to get in. So I'm gonna give them a second. I'm gonna come right back while we waiting on them. Y'all double tap on my screen. Yeah, I want them to be in it. Friends, hey, beautiful. Yeah, well, I gotta make sure they in it. I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah. We've been gone too long. You feel me? Hey, listen. We've been gone too long. Let's get up to 100K over here on TikTok. TikTok, we at 65. Double tap on my screen while we waiting on our IG family to come back. Oh, y'all coming back fast too. Y'all double tap on that screen over there on IG, on TikTok. Y'all at 66.3. We need to get up to 100K at least. Get us to 100K real quick. Double tap. Okay, there we go. She said, "Oh, we stable now. Oh yeah, we structured now. Friend. There we go. I had to get us back right. Thank you so much, Michelle. Appreciate you. Double tapping on the screen. Yeah, I had to get out and get us back right, man. I ain't know what it was doing over there. Double tapping on that screen on TikTok, y'all. Go ahead and get us on up to 100K. Let's reach that 100K goal, and then we go. Y'all know the end goal is 200. There we go, Tony. There we go, Tanya. I appreciate you first. There we go. Now, talking about back like we never left. You better know it. Listen, Coach was getting y'all right now. I'm like, wait a minute. I feel like my people stuck over there. I need to make sure they're able to get their notes. I am not about to play with it. I got to make sure y'all all in over here. All right. So now basically what I'm saying is that sometimes when you're going through different things in life, it's not going to always be what you want it to be. There we go, Crystal. Now I see it. It's not going to always be what you want it to be. It's not going to always give what you wanted to give. And in those moments when it's not giving what you wanted to give, not doing what you wanted to do, then guess what? You still got to remain focused. Yep, I can see y'all now. You still got to remain focused. You still got to remain locked in. Like I said, Jesus begged them 3 different times and said, hey, look, if there's another way to do this, let's do that. If it's another way to do it, let's do that. Me personally, why it got to be me? Another time, right? Another time, because I believe in giving you guys examples. I don't want you to get out here and thinking that you're going to be promised a soft life or things are going to always be happening the way that you want them to happen. If we go back, and I've taught you guys this story before, if we talk about the story of David, when David was about to lose his baby, right? David is about to lose his baby. David laid out there and he was fasting. He fasted, he prayed, he laid out in the dirt, in the ground. Understand me? He laid out there on the ground the whole entire time that his baby was sick. This is why I'm telling you that fasting, that praying, that worshiping, it does not guarantee that God is going to change something, that he's going to do what you want him to do. Because once he's made up his mind that this is what it's going to be, then this is exactly what it's going to be. And we as believers, we have to accept the fact that the nevertheless, let your will be done. Nevertheless, that this is what it's going to be. This is what we have to learn how to accept. David sat out there, David cried. David went through all of those things and his baby still passed. the baby passed, just like how the world is going to be looking at you like you done lost your everlasting mind. How in the world you still got joy? How you still got peace? How you still happy in life? How you still thriving in life? How you still got great energy? How you still doing this and you still doing it? How in the world is all of that still happening? And you just had this loss. All of this, you just had this loss. You just lost your job. You just lost your car. You out here like Job right now. You a 2025 Job right now. How in the world are you still able to experience all of this and that when all these things are going on in your life? And you say, nevertheless, let his will be done. Whatever God is going to do, God is going to do. My soft life, red ink right here. My soft life is me having peace no matter what my storm is. What is your soft life? The soft life that you're expecting, the soft life that you're looking for, the soft life that you're thinking it's the soft life is in the peace of knowing that it's your will that's being done. I might not like it. I might not like it. It might take me some time to get used to. Anybody right now in your life saying, Coach, I'm going through some things that I just got to get used to. I never had hurt like this before. I never had pain like this before. I've been hurt, but I ain't never been hurt like this. Understand me. I've been down bad, but I ain't never been down bad like how I'm down bad right now. I'm going through something right now. Understand me. I'm experiencing that. But even though this is what I'm experiencing, even though this is what I'm going through, I still got joy. I still got peace. I still got joy. I still got peace. And I refuse to give up on me. I refuse to give up on me. David's baby was sick. And he fasted and he prayed. And he did all of these things. And nothing changed the outcome of that situation. Once the baby passed away all the way, those that gathered outside of David's house, they said, man, we don't want to tell him. Nobody wanted to tell David what happened because their fear was that David was going to blow a gasket. They did not want to say that this is what it was, this is the outcome of it, because you've been fasting and you would not eat nor drink and you would not wash your body and you laid out here in the dirt. There's no way that we're going to be able to tell you that you did not get what you wanted. And the reason why I'm reiterating this story this morning is because you're going to be fasting and you're going to be praying and you're going to be worshiping and you're going to be running up and down those aisles and you're going to be falling out on the floor and you're going to be speaking in all types of tongues, and the answer is still going to be no. Understand me. And I need for you to have the same mindset that David had when that answer was no. You're going to be laying before God and you're going to be quoting all the scriptures and you're going to call in all the real prayer warriors and you're going to go into the front of the church and you're going to do all of that. And then when you go to the doctor, sometimes that letter that comes back, the results, when those results come back, the answer is still going to be no. It's still going to be right there. There's going to be times in your life where you done fasted and you done prayed and you done called the deacons and you didn't call the ushers and you didn't call the pastor, the assistant pastor, you didn't even call the apostle all the way back, and they didn't walk down there with you. Right there, you got your fresh, crispy suit on, and you just know that when you go down there before the judge gonna look at you and tell you that all charges is gonna be dismissed, and you going back home with your family, and you gonna do all of that, and you gonna get down there, and when you get down there, the judge gonna look at you and say, oh, you know what, you look really good, and I'm really glad that you got your life back together. And I'm telling you right now, I'm glad to see that you got a nice support system that's right here with you. But the charge is this, and the sentence is this, and you still got to be focused. You're not always going to get the outcome that you want. This is why being spiritually focused. Friends say, oh, they don't want to talk about that because everybody want to pretend that being in Christ is always going to guarantee you this worldly success. You're not going to always have a worldly success when you're dealing with Christ. He don't care nothing about this world. Understand me. This world of the materialistic things that's up in it, he don't care nothing about this world. If you think Joseph sat in the prison for a couple of years, to be honest with you, and he was a man that was after God's own heart. He was really in alliance with God. Understand me. So if Joseph sat in the prison prison, and he sat in the prison for years for something that he did not even do. What makes you think that you're going to be exempt and you was something that you did do? You did do the crime. You did go out there and put your hand on somebody. You did go over there and put your hand on somebody's stuff. You did break the law. So if Joseph had to sit in there for something he did not do, what makes you think that you're not going to sit in there for something that you did do? And they're going to have the nerve to try to get mad at God because you call the deacons and all the bros and everybody else to come down there to pray with you because you didn't put on your new brand new suit, and you think, yeah, that's not going to exempt you. That's not going to remove it. You have to be prepared for the consequences of your actions. Understand me. For every action, there's a reaction. There's going to be hot. There's going to be cold. There's going to be good. There's going to be bad. There's always going to be a counterpart for each and every one of these things. And just because you are in Christ does not mean that you're going to be exempt from the consequences of your actions. And we have to stop setting ourselves up to be a person that is mad, sad, and depressed because God did not move how we wanted him to move. When the baby still passed away, David then, looking around at everybody, he was able to tell from their actions, from their body language, from the tears that was falling from their eyes, from the fear that was all over their face because they did not know what his response was going to be. And David looked at them and he said, hey, look, my baby passed, huh? And they had no other choice but to tell him the truth. He's like, yeah. Now they're looking at David. David pulled himself up off the ground. This is exactly what you're going to have to do in 2025. You're going to have to pick yourself up. You're going to have to dust yourself off. You're going to have to walk up into your house. This is what David did. He got himself up off the ground. He went inside of his house. He washed himself. Understand me. He washed himself. And after he washed himself, he ate something. And after he ate something, he went and he worshiped. Everybody around him confused. Everybody around him confused. So confused that they looked at him. They said, hold up. The whole time that this baby was sick, you would not eat, you would not drink, you would not bathe, you would not do nothing. Understand me, the whole entire time that this was going on, you weren't doing nothing. And now that the baby is gone, now you done picked yourself up. Now you're doing this, you're doing that, and you're going in there to eat, and you worship, and you're doing all that. How is it that you're doing this, but you didn't do this when the baby was here? David looked at them. I looked at him. I'm talking about this, this is his response. He said, when my baby was here and he was sick, I did it because I was hoping that God was going to feel sorry for me. How many of you gonna be, y'all ain't gonna like that? Put your hand up in the chat if you just wanted God to feel sorry for you. Yeah, see, this is what I'm telling you about this morning is intention. Yeah, I told y'all I was going to come forward. It's intention. What's the intention behind your fast? What's the intention behind your prayer? What's the intention behind your worship? What's the intention behind you running up and down the hallways of the church, the aisles of the church? See, some of y'all are not in pray, but you're in guilt. You're in guilt because you already know that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You already know that your heart ain't right. You already know that you over there doing stuff that you ain't got no business doing. And a lot of the crying that you're doing is because you know you feel guilty, because you know to do right but rather do wrong, because you know the right thing to do but you keep doing the wrong thing because you can't seem to say that I don't want to do that no more. Understand me? So what's the real intention of your prayer? Are you praying and are you fasting that way because you want God to feel sorry for you? Thank you so much, Shamika, for the CA. Is your fasting and your praying? Is your fasting and your praying? Do you have the same mindset that David had when David was laid out there? David laid out there in the dirt. He did not eat. He did not drink. The baby was sick. Understand me. The baby was sick. Even though David already knew that the baby was going to pass because the prophet had came to let him know that the baby is not going to make it. David knew this. He understood this already. But he did what? He did what most of us do already. We go out and we do whatever we want to do. We do it however we want to do it. And after we get finished making a mess of our life, after we get finished doing what we want to do and having the time of our life, understand me, then when it's time to pay the cost for having the time of your life, now you in tears. Oh, now you in tears. Now you crying, you fasting, you praying, you speaking in tongues, you reading every scripture you can find. You every time you turn around, you in Barnes and Nobles and you doing everything else. Wait a minute, come on now. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me real quick. Talk to me real quick. David looked at him and he was honest about it. And I'm telling y'all this morning, if you fasting and you praying and you worshiping and you're doing it, with hopes that God is going to feel sorry for you. That's not how our God operates. When the answer is no, the answer is no. When the answer is yes, the answer is yes. Your mood, your whining, your crying, all of that won't manipulate him. Understand me, that won't change his mind. David did all of that. And I believe that they put it in there so that we would know that all of that had already been done. But when God makes up his mind and say that this is what it's going to be, then this is exactly what it's going to be. And there's absolutely nothing that you're going to be able to do that's going to change that. So now as I'm reading that for the 155th time, right? Now I'm looking at it, right? Because y'all don't mind how my mind works now. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't let that be something else you be doing today. Don't judge me now. Now my mind is sitting up here saying, well, dang, man, you mean to tell me that manipulation runs deep? Can y'all follow me real quick? Can I walk it? If I cannot walk it, just put the walking lady or the walking man in the chat. Can I walk it? Because I really want to take that for a walk. I really want to take that for a walk. I just want to stroll it. I ain't gonna even do a fast walk with it. I just want to stroll it real quick. If I can stroll it, just put the strolling lady up there. Just give me somebody that's walking in the chat. I see you, Sophia. See, TikTok, y'all don't play no games. Y'all be so ready. Yeah, walk. I see some. Okay, Miss Pretty say walk it. I want to walk that a little bit. I feel like that part right there, Heather Smith. I feel like it deserves a little stroll. I just want to stroll that part all by itself just for a moment, right? So now that I'm reading this story and I'm reading it all over again because I said, hey, I've been out, and when I come back, I got to talk to them about being spiritually focused. I need for them to understand that them worshiping, them praying, you know what I'm saying, that they're fasting and their prayer life, their studying life, that's not going to manipulate God, that what God is going to do, he's going to do, and it's not going to change because his word is not going to return back to him void. It's going to do exactly what he said that he was going to do. And I said, I got to use Jesus again as an example because what Jesus wanted to come he didn't want to go to the cross. Jesus was like, find another way to do it. Redeem them a whole nother way, right? But then Jesus had to develop the nevertheless, let your will be done type of mentality. So I need for them to develop that nevertheless, let your will be done type of mentality because I don't need them to be out here thinking that them fasting and them praying, that them studying is going to change what God has already said. You're going to have to deal with what it is, baby. That's it. That's all. And that the soft life that they're searching for is the peace that they create once they become in alliance with God. Because once you become in alliance with God, it does not matter whether you're in jail or you're out on the street, you're still going to have peace. Because the spirit can't be contained. Okay, but let me get back. Yeah, I slid that in there. Don't worry about it. Yeah. You can be in. Oh yeah, you can imprison the body, but you can't imprison my spirit. You can't imprison my spirit. That means that even if I'm in prison, I'm in the Lord, then I'm still free. I'm still free. My spirit is free. I have joy. I have peace that surpasses all understanding. It flows like a river ever flowing. I still sleep peacefully at night. I wake up and I'm rejuvenated. I go to, even if I'm out there on the yard with everybody else, they might be sad, mad, and depressed because they didn't get visitation. But because I know Christ the way that I know Christ, I accept the fact that this is where I'm going to be. And it's whatever lesson that you want me to learn while I'm in here. So when I'm in here, I'm jogging and I'm working out and I'm in prayer. And they asking me, why are you praying to God and you in prison? Why are you praying to God and you in the hospital? Why are you praying to God and you homeless? Why are you praying to God and you ain't got no job? Why are you doing this and you doing that? And it's because I still, my alliance with him is not based on where I am in my body. It's not, my alliance with him is not based on where I am in my body. It's not based on that. I need for you to know that. Now, let me get back to where I got to get back. You got to stop. Listen, I want to say this to you, right? So now that I'm over here and I'm talking about David, right? And I'm like, man, David's people over here, they mad at him or they confused with him because they're trying to figure out why in the world is David doing this? David looked them directly in their face. And this is what David says to him. He says, when my baby was still alive, right? When my baby was just sick, I was praying and I was fasting and I was laying out there in the dirt the way that I was because I was hoping that God was going to feel sorry for me. And I said, well, wow, that's what everybody do right now here today. They want God's pity. They don't want his instructions, but they want his pity. They want his mercy. They want his grace. They want his blessings. They want his overflow. They want his abundance. Everybody wants something from God, but nobody wants to give God anything. Understand me? The relationships that people have with God is so parasitic, right? All it is about them sucking and sucking and sucking and sucking and sucking and sucking. Is whatever they can get up out of him. Understand? But it's never them taking a few minutes to bow their heads, to really study. I'm not studying because I want something from you. Understand me? I'm not studying because I want something from you. I'm not praying like this because I want something from you. I just want you to know that I think that you're a good God, that you're a gracious God. Understand me? I just want you to know how grateful I am. I just want to show you gratitude. I just want you to know I'm appreciative. Oh, yeah. We spend all of our time asking. Understand me? That's all we want. So I'm looking at David and I said, well, wait a minute. David says that I did this because I was hoping that he was going to feel sorry for me. So I said, wait a minute. Manipulation runs very deep. Manipulation has been a thing since the very beginning of time, because the moment that I reread this the other day to come back to teach it to y'all, then I go back again. I can't stay out of that garden. I go back to the Garden of Eden and I say, well, wow, when David said that I did this because I wanted God to feel sorry for me, the only thing that I could think about was Adam. When Adam said, the woman that you gave to me, he wanted God to do what? Feel sorry for him. He wanted God to feel sorry for him and take the responsibility of what he had done. And I said, boy, ain't that something? And you think that it's a problem when people see that you are a manipulator and they get away from you? A manipulator and a liar is the same thing to me. A manipulator, a liar, them the same folk to me. All of that ties right on up into the same individual. I said, oh, no. That thing runs, come on, I told you I wanted to take it to a stroll. I told you I wanted to walk it down a little bit. Isn't it the same? That's the same thing that Adam did. Adam said, the woman that you gave me, I need you to feel sorry for me. I want you to, when I say the woman that you gave me, I want you to look at the situation and I want you to take responsibility for putting this woman out here with me. And because you put her out here, it caused me to do what you did not want me to do. Understand me? That's what happened in my situation. So God, it's not me that is the problem. It's you the problem. Because if you would have never put her here, then I would have never disobeyed you. If you would have never put her here, then I would have never been tempted. If you would have never put her here, then this would never even be happening in this moment. I need for you to understand that Adam wanted God to do what? He wanted him to feel sorry for him. He wanted to manipulate God into showing him grace. He wanted to manipulate God into changing the outcome of that situation. So then I tiptoed right on back because, like I said, I wanted to walk it a little bit. So I walked back over here to David. And David looked at his folks and he said, I fasted the way that I fasted. I laid out before God the way that I laid out before God. I prayed the way that I prayed. Come on, Lily. I did this because I was hoping that he was going to feel sorry for me. It's the same thing, but a different story. It was another time when somebody in the Bible knew that they had done wrong and still wanted God to bless their mess. Oh, wait. And this is, wow, you are so good. It's God, baby. Yeah. Can I say this? Can I say this? Can I say this? And still wanted God to bless their mess. Hey, come here for a minute, right? So then David says to him, I did this because I wanted him to feel sorry for me. I wanted him to feel sorry for me. That's the same thing Adam wanted. Adam wanted God to feel sorry for him, because if he felt sorry for me, then maybe he would change the outcome of this situation. If he felt sorry for me, then maybe he would switch it around and give me another chance. And I want to say to you today that you're not going to always be promised another chance. There's no guarantee that if you lay your religion down, there's no guarantee that you're going to have the opportunity to be able to pick your religion up. You have to choose now, today, this moment, who's going to be your master. You have to make up your mind within yourself what God that you're going to serve. You have to make up your mind. Who are you in or are you out? This is not something that you can play with, because I'm going to tell you right now, you're not promised the next moment. I'm not going to even say the next day. Baby, you are not promised the next moment. There's no guarantee that when you get off of here that you're going to be able to see another 24, that you're never able to see another 3 or even another hour. Understand me, it's not promised to you. So it's on you to do what you need to do, and to do it when you're supposed to be doing it. They wanted God to feel sorry for them. They wanted God to feel sorry for them so that he would change the outcome. I want you to do me a favor. In my chat on all 3 platforms, I want y'all to write, emotional manipulation is real. Emotional manipulation is real. Emotional manipulation is real. It's real. Emotional manipulation is real. IG, let me know if y'all still here. I don't know if y'all stuck again. Let me know. Y'all double tap it on the screen, double tap on the screen. Somebody writing on the IG chat. Emotional manipulation is real. Emotional manipulation is real. I see it on Facebook. I see it on Facebook. I see it on TikTok. I'm trying to get it on IG. IG, let me know if we working. Let me know if we working over there. I don't know what keep happening. I'm starting to see some hearts go up the side of the chat. I think y'all locked in. I just think that the comment section keep getting stuck or something. I think that's what's happening. I see the hearts coming upside the screen. Crystal Love, if you can go to IG and just go to IG and just let me know if they can hear me. If they can hear me, come back to TikTok and let me know they can hear me, because I'll continue to go. Emotional manipulation is real. TikTok and Facebook, while they're doing that, y'all double tap on the screen. Let's get some love going. She is in there. She's in there. Okay, but is it still running? Is it just not allowing the comments to come up? Double tap on the screen. The goal for TikTok is definitely 200K. We at 116K right now. We need to get up to 200K. All right, she says, yes, they can hear you. Okay, perfect. That's fine, IG. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's stuck right now. But if you guys don't mind, let me get 5 badges over there. Let me get 5 badges on IG. Y'all double tap on that screen. Emotional manipulation is real. And we know that emotional manipulation is real because these are 2 different situations where these 2 people were very much wrong in what it was that they was doing. When it came down to the story of David, a lot of us already know why he was going through what he was going through. David had did a whole bunch of stuff, and he was being held accountable for the things that he had done. You can't get out here and do all these different things and then think that nothing is ever going to happen. You can't continue to move however you want to move and then just automatically think that nothing is going to happen. That's not how this thing works. Yes, I can see you, Krista on Facebook. That's not how this thing works. David, it says live. It says coach. It says the live ended. Let me see. On my end, it's not saying that. Somebody said that the live. Well, Shay Shay is saying that it said live ended on IG. I didn't think so. I still seen it, but that's what she put in the chat. That's what she put on Facebook. So now I'm ending it and bringing it back. That's what she just said, though. Exactly, right? All right. But it kicked. I've already started it over. The thing about it is this. Always understanding this. Exactly, Crystal. 3 times the charm. The thing about it is right here. Yeah, you're going to make mistakes. Yeah, you're going to go through things. Yes, you're going to experience different hardship. Yes, things are going to happen in your life. And there's always God's grace is most definitely sufficient. We're not saying that his grace is not sufficient. What we're saying that his grace is for your mistakes. It's not for your intentional things. When you intentionally do what you're doing, then that's what you're doing, and you're doing it on purpose. That's not a mistake. That's not something that you wasn't aware of, right? This is something that you decided that you were going to do. And a lot of times we we go out and do intentional things, and then we expect for God just to slide in and just to excuse this behavior that we have on a regular basis. And then when it gets to that point where we have to suffer the consequences of our actions, when it gets to the point where we have to deal with the mess that we've created, then all of a sudden we're doing what? We're calling for God's grace. We're calling for God's forgiveness. We're calling for God's mercy. We're calling for God to, excuse our behavior. And then we'll even start throwing scripture, or we'll start throwing word on the fact that you said you would forgive me. You said that you would do this. And I'm saying to you, yes, God will forgive you. And just because he forgives you does not mean that you're going to be exempt from the consequence of your action. God will forgive you for whatever it is that you've done. Throw it straight into the sea of forgiveness, never to bring it up again. But it does not mean that you're not going to suffer the consequence of your action. For every action, there's a reaction. Understand me? And there's going to be some things that you're going to go through, right? And there's going to be some suffering that's going to take place that's not going to be of any cause of yours. It's not going to be because you've done anything. It's going to be simply because that's in the will. So this is what I'm saying to you, that this is not going to be a gentle journey. This is not going to be a gentle journey. There's going to be some things that you cause on yourself. And then there's going to be, number one, there's going to be some things that you cause on yourself. And there's going to be some things that's a part of the plan. Some hurt, you didn't cause all the hurt that you experience. There's going to be some hurt in your life that you cause. And these two scenarios that I just gave you with David, and also with David and with Adam, this is what I want you to see. Two people cause it. They caused this hurt on themselves. Adam, he bit the apple by choice. He decided that he was going to follow up Eve, and that's what he was going to do. David decided that he was going to go out there and commit all these different crimes, do all these things, act like he wasn't the anointed David, the Goliath slaying David, the king, the heart playing David. He went out there and acting like he didn't know who he was. Understand me? Both of these people. Adam, you act like you ain't the first man. Understand? You act like you ain't the first man. You acting like you wasn't made from the dust, made in the image of God. You act like you ain't got God's breath breathed up into your nostrils. You are super duper special, and you out here acting like an old nobody. We do that all the time. Act like we ain't nobody. Wait a minute. You are chosen people. You are royal priesthood. You are very peculiar. How you out here behaving like you a nobody when he says, hey, look, I put everything that's me, I put it in you, and you carrying on like you less than. That was David and Adam. That was David and Adam, ain't it? That's some of us still to this day. Still to this day, you out here acting like you a nobody. You out here acting like you worthless. You out here acting like you ain't got no value. You out here acting like you not, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got the great one that's in the inside of you. It's like, wait a minute. How you gonna tell somebody, oh, I feel like I'm worthless. Oh, I feel like I don't add no value to life. I feel like I just don't want to be here. You're looking at you like, wait a minute. Every single day that I wake you up and I breathe breath into your body, you have purpose. You have a mission that I created you to fulfill. And your job is not done. How dare you? Understand me? How dare you speak over, how dare you speak something like that over your life? When you think I wake you up for nothing, if you think that I wake you up for nothing, if you think that you don't have no worth, if you think that you don't have no value, if you think that you don't contribute nothing to this worth, it's like you calling me a liar. You think that I wake you up every single day if you ain't got no worth in you? You think I wake you up every single day if you ain't still got a mission that you need to fulfill? You think I wake you up every single day and I still don't have a job for you to do? What you trying to say? That I'm just a God that I like to go out here and just waste my time? That I'm like a God that ain't got nothing else to do but come over here and play around with you? I got other stuff to do. I got other stuff that I could be out here doing. I picked you on purpose. I picked you on purpose. And I don't know how we got there, but I'm here now. God is saying, I picked you on purpose. For whoever that is for right now, you might feel like you at the lowest of your low, and you feel like, man, coach, I really needed this message, but I was just feeling down bad. God says, I picked you on purpose. You are not picked by accident. Understand me. You have a job, you have a mission, you have a duty to fulfill. He don't have to waste his time. It's plenty of people that wanted to wake up this morning, sweetheart, and they are not able to wake up this morning. It's plenty of people that wanted the activities of their limbs, that wanted to be clothed in their right mind, and they were not afforded that opportunity. You look at every single day that you have breath in your body, activities of your limb, clothed in your right mind. That is a day that God have given you a do-over day, a day to get it all right. Understand me. You may not understand what God wants you to do, how God wants you to move. You may not even understand your purpose in this moment. Understand me. But the more that you get up and you push yourself, even on the days when you don't feel like it, the days when you're not in the mood, and the days when you feel like you are not at your best, those are the best days for you. Little do you know that that's when you're really operating in purpose. That's when you're really operating by the grace of God. Because if it was left up to you, you would still be laying in a bed right now. If it was left up to you, you wouldn't even eat a thing. If it was left up to you, you would be somewhere right now not doing anything. And the only reason why you're up right now is because you're pushing yourself. And every single step that you take out in faith is a step that you're taking closer to becoming closer and closer to God. And the only thing that I'm asking you to do right now, understand me this morning, and we outside a little bit because this ain't what we were talking about. But the only thing that I'm asking you to do right now, this morning, is to stand up and take a step. That's it. That's all. You might not have an appetite right now, but fix you something anyway. You may not want to feel like getting up out of the bed, but get up out of the bed, brush your teeth, wash your face, put on you some sweatpants, throw on you a t-shirt, and get out there and just stroll around your yard. You don't have to go as far as all the way around the block. We're going to take baby steps with you this morning. Put your stuff on and just walk around the yard. And if you feel like, I don't know if I can make it all the way around the yard, pick up yourself, put your stuff on, and just go up and down the flight of steps in your house. Walk around your living room with us real quick. Because one thing that the enemy don't want is he's used to see you stepping. He don't want to see you stepping. I want to step with you this morning. I'm going to walk on my treadmill. Chosen family going to walk in the chat with you. And we want you to pick yourself up. Yeah. Pick yourself up. We're going to walk with you this morning. We're going to take some steps with you this morning. Those of you that say, Coach, but I'm at work right now and I'm at my desk, I want you to mentally step with them. I want you to mentally step with them. I want you to get up. Understand me. I want you to get up. Every single one of us have a journey. Every single one of us have a journey. Every one of us have a path. Every single one of us got something that we're dealing with in life. And it's never going to be an easy road. I need for you guys to understand that. This is not going to be an easy road. This is not going to be an easy journey. But the more that we operate with that Christ conscious, the more that we lock in with Christ, the peace that we're looking for is the peace that we're looking for is going to be the peace that we find in Him. The peace that you're really looking for is going to be the peace that you find with Him, in Him. The more that you become one in Christ, the more that you become one in Christ, sweetheart, the more that all hell can break loose in your life and you will still have peace. The more that you become one with Christ, the more people can walk away from you. They can talk about you all they want to talk about you, but you will still find peace in Him. The more that you're in alliance with the Most High God and you're not seeking outside validation from this world, approval from this world, pats on the back from this world, celebration from this world, the more that you say, God, it's you that I want to please. It's you that I want my validation. It's you that I want my instructions from. It's you that I want the approval of. The more that you do that, the more peace that you're going to start to experience inside of your life. Understand me. And it's going to get to the point where y'all know this is my favorite thing to say. Baby, you'll be in this world, but you're not of this world. Understand me. You'll be right here with everybody, and everybody will be running scared. Everybody will be in a panic, and you will be over there cool as a cucumber. This is how this work continue to step. All I need you to do is take a step. Good morning, JoJo. How you doing, sis? I ain't seen you in a minute. All I need you to take a step. Take a step, take a step, take a step, take a step. How dare you think that you're going to give up on yourself? How dare you think that you're going to throw in the towel? You better take some steps. We step in with you. Come on, chosen family. We're going to take them steps with you. We rebuke any negative thoughts that might be inside of your mind. We rebuke all of that. Understand me. You are more than enough. You are more than enough. You are definitely worthy. You are deserving of great things. You are deserving of great connections, healthy connections. We're going to keep on stepping right here with you. Understand me. Sometimes people, the only time that you feel or you experience defeat is when you accept defeat. The only time that you will experience defeat is when you accept defeat. I will not be defeated. I will not be defeated. You have to push yourself. You have to be so spiritually focused in your life that you don't allow this life to pull you off course. This is how we have to operate. Illustration number 1, 2 people, Adam and David. They both caused the chaos in their life. They were the reasons of why they were going through what it was that they were going through. What I'm saying, number 3, right? Number 3 is, you're not going to always cause the pain that you're dealing with or the chaos that you're dealing with. Number 1 was Adam and David. They caused their own chaos. Number 2, up under that, this is note number 3 and it's 2 parts. Up under that is what? Was Jesus. Jesus didn't cause the pain that he was going through. Jesus didn't cause the pain that he was going through. He wasn't the reason why he was going through what he was going through. This is how we know that there's going to be things that we cause on ourselves, and there's going to be things that is just part of the plan. You're going to deal with on your spiritual growth journey. On your spiritual growth journey, you're going to deal with things that you cause, and you're going to be dealing with things that are simply just a part of the plan. Adam and David were dealing with drama and chaos that they created in their own life. Jesus on this hand is dealing with things that he did not cause. He's going through hurt. He's going through pain. He's going to the cross, and he's going through the cross for something that he did not do. He over there like, wait a minute, why do I have to go through this because of them? I didn't even do anything. I mean, wait a minute, you've been a child before, right? And the one thing that you disliked the most was what? When you got in trouble because your brothers and sisters got in trouble, because they was bad, because they was disrespectful, because they was doing this, and this. They got outside. You stayed in the house. You was in there reading your book. You was in there coloring in your coloring book. You in there minding your business. But because your sisters and brothers got in trouble, now mama and daddy, they mad at the whole entire house. And now you got to suffer with them, and you ain't even did nothing. Thank you so much, Morgan Mitchell. Now you over there, you have to go down with them, and you ain't even did nothing. You like, wait a minute, I might as well did what y'all did. I might as well went out there too. I might as well did this, and this too. Because if I'm going to be getting in trouble with them, this used to be our mindset. Come on, let's be real. This is how we used to be feeling about it. I got 5 sisters, 5 brothers. I know how it goes down. Understand me. We be like, wait a minute, I ain't even did nothing. I ain't touched nothing. I ain't bothered nothing. Why in the world am I in trouble with them when they the ones that didn't did it? This is what Jesus' thought process. He's like, wait a minute, hold up. I got to go through all of this for them. But think about this. He said, I got to go through all of this through them, for them. Just so that they don't never go through it. You're like, what? He's like, wait a minute. I'm going through all of this for them. And they the ones that caused it. I'm doing all of this for them and then to keep them from having to go through it. You have to be an older sister or older brother to really understand that. When you're an older brother or older sister, when you love your baby sisters and brothers so much that you would take that discipline. You would take that discipline for them. Yeah, and they'll look at you, and your mom and dad will look at you, be like, you ain't even do it, but you don't care. You don't want your brother and sister to have to deal with it. You don't want to hear them cry. You don't want to see them hurt. You love them so much that you don't. Yeah, you like, I'm older and I can take it. I'm older and I deal with it. I'm older and I go ahead and I have to take what I have to take because you don't want them to feel the hurt. You don't want them to feel the pain. So you say, I'll take it for my brothers and sisters. If I got to be the one, I'm the oldest. Yeah, if I got to do it, that's Jesus. He did not want to do it. But he said, nevertheless, let your will be done. That's the mindset that we have to have. We're going to deal with things that we create, and we're going to also deal with things that's just simply a part of the plan. The example is Adam and David, and then the other example for the pain that you did not do, that's part of the plan. It's going to be Jesus. And the thing about it is, one thing about all three of these things that never changed. One thing about all three of these things that never changed. All three of these people wanted mercy. All three of these people cried out for mercy. All three of these people wanted God to change his mind. All three of these people wanted God to change his mind and to do something other than what he had already said that he was going to do. They wanted a different consequence. They did not want him to see things a certain type of way. They wanted him to change it. Adam did not want the consequence that was going to come along with him biting that apple, so he tried to manipulate God by saying, the woman that you gave me. David did not want the consequence that was coming to him for him doing all the things that he done. So he laid out there and he fasted and he prayed and he did not eat anything. And he laid there the whole time with the hopes that God would see him and have mercy on him, or in his words, feel sorry for him. Jesus cried out to him and even went so far as to say, Abba, Father. He questioned, had you forsaken me? He said, did you leave me out here? Do you not see what I'm going through? I'm your son. Have you ever got on one of your kids and they look back at you? Where my mama's at? You done got on your kids before, and then when you getting on them, they look, I'm your son, but I'm your baby. Like, why are you gonna be mean to your baby? Why are you gonna spank your baby? Why are you gonna put your baby in timeout? I'm your son. Josh used to do it to me all the time, but I'm your son. Emotional manipulation is real. It's like, Abba, Father, have you forsaken me? God's word is going to be God's word, y'all. The plan is going to be the plan. What's going to happen is just going to be what's going to happen. And there's nothing that we're going to do that's going to change that. Right? We can't manipulate God. Us whining and crying and complaining is not going to manipulate God. Understand me. Us going back and forth and thinking that we can do all these different things, and it's not going to do that. I need for you guys to understand that, right? So if you're, and I'm saying this to you guys because I want you to understand the importance of making sure your intentions when it comes down to fasting, when it comes down to praying, when it comes down to worshiping, when it comes down to studying, when it comes down to your intimate relationship, your relationship period with God, it has to be pure. Your relationship with God has to be pure. And if you're thinking that you're coming into this and it's going to be a soft life for you, this is not a soft journey. This journey right here is not a soft journey. This journey is, it's so rough that he says, hey, when you're going through the different trials of many kind, he let us know already, you're not going to just face things one way, but you're going to face it many different ways. You're going to be coming into trials and tribulations of many different kinds. But when you are in alliance with me and you understand that I am in control of every single thing, then you count it all joy. You find peace in knowing that I'm right there with you. You find peace in knowing that I'm not going to leave you, nor am I going to forsake you. You find in peace in knowing that, the end of this is still going to be what my decision is for your life. So when you're surrendering to me, you're surrendering it all to me. Being spiritually focused. Staying spiritually focused is important for an overall well-being and can lead to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Staying spiritually focused is important for overall well-being and can lead to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. When you are spiritually focused, it increases your spiritual well-being. It increases your spiritual well-being. Do anybody need me to rewind it? If anybody need me to rewind it, drop it in the chat, double tap on the screen. Y'all are at 153. We need to get to 200K. We got until 10 o'clock. We got about 14 minutes. Double tap on the screen. Good morning. Rewind. Staying spiritually focused is important for overall well-being and can lead to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Staying spiritually focused increases your spiritual well-being. Because don't nothing drain you like when you all over the place. When you are spiritually focused and you're really locked in right there with God. When you're focused, you produce more. When you're focused, you're more effective. When you're focused, you don't make costly mistakes. When you focus, you know exactly what it is that you're doing. So it increases your spiritual well-being. In return, it also increases your mental and physical well-being as well, which then produces a fulfilling life. Your life still feels full, even when it's chopping away all the excess. You might be shedding, separating, safe distancing, cutting off altogether all of these different things. But you'll still feel full, satisfied. Staying spiritually focused is important for overall well-being and can lead to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Because nothing drains you like when you are all over the place and don't know if you're coming or going, right? By prioritizing spiritual practices, individuals can experience greater contentment, clarity, and purpose in their daily lives. She said, yes, I needed this. I needed this today. And then my job is done. All I need is one person to need it. All it needs to be is one person. Right? By prioritizing spiritual practices, somebody just says, how do you stay spiritually focused? Number 2, by prioritizing spiritual practices, how do you stay focused? Staying in prayer, staying in worship, staying in reading, staying in meditation. Things that you do on a regular basis, creating a routine for those things on a regular basis is going to be ways of keeping yourself in practice. What I have my people doing inside the Chosen family, they have to update their planners, and this is a part of their homework assignment every single month. Update your planners on a regular basis. When you're planning out your day, you're planning out your day to make sure that you insert your spiritual practices, right? So whenever I'm writing out the homework assignment, it always says, make sure you get your 30-minute one-on-one session with coach. Make sure that you're reading your 2 chapters a day. Make sure you're reading your 2 chapters in your self-help book a day. Make sure that you're in prayer call on Tuesdays, Thursdays. All of these things are their spiritual practices. These are things that keeps them spiritually focused. These are things that keep them in alignment. These are things that keeps them refreshed and refilled. These are things that keep them in a position of knowledge and growing and evolving. They're constantly being spiritually fed. We turn even a devotion into a mini Bible study every single morning. So if you're in devotion, we get a scripture and I'm going to break down that scripture every single time. We're going to go into prayer right after that. We go into meditation right after that. We go into positive affirmations right after that. That before we even get into morning walk and worship, we already have devotion. Spiritual practices, right? So that's to answer your question. By prioritizing spiritual practices, individuals can experience great contentment, clarity, and purpose in their daily lives. What creates your contentment? Because I prioritize my spiritual life. And I prioritize my spiritual life over my physical life. Yeah. But you say, yes, don't nothing stop your spiritual life like your physical life. Your physical life should not be above your spiritual life. Your spiritual life is what's going to fuel everything in its entirety. Understand me, when your body is sick physically, you do what? You go into prayer spiritually, right? This is what you do. So why then do you prioritize your physical life over your spiritual life when your spiritual life is the thing that you go to when all hell break loose, when the doctors say that they cannot find a cure, when they start to say that they can't do nothing for you, you go directly into the spiritual realm. So why do you not prioritize your spiritual life over your physical life from the very beginning? If you are spiritually doing what you're supposed to be doing and on a regular basis, right, then your spiritual life is going to be at a place of contentment, which then is going to fuel you to get up and move around. And when you're up and moving around, that's working on your physical life, and it's going to encourage you to continue to read, to become more knowledgeable, which is going to continue to fuel your mental life. And the more that you're studying, the more that you're working on yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, now emotionally, it's going to give you a craving to become a person that is more emotionally stable as well through the knowledge and the understanding, the wisdom that you're taking on a regular basis. So at the top of your pyramid is always going to rest your spiritual life. It needs to be right. By prioritizing spiritual practices, individuals can experience great contentment. I'm content. I'm satisfied. I'm happy in my life. What's the other thing? Clarity. Contentment, clarity. Because I have great spiritual practices that I prioritize on a regular basis, I operate in clarity. I'm clear. She said the chills running through my body. Come on. It says, operate in clarity. No confusion. My life is clear. It's transparent. I know exactly what it is that I'm doing. I know exactly what it is that I want. I know exactly how it is that I want to move. I know exactly what it is that I need to be doing. I operate in clarity. Why? Because when you're prioritizing your spiritual practices, you're seeking God's face and seeking his face on a regular basis, seeking his wisdom on a regular basis, seeking his instructions on a regular basis. You are not operating outside of yourself. You're dealing with nothing but clarity. There's no chaos. There's no drama. There's no discord attached to you. And it says, and purpose. When you're operating with prioritizing your spiritual practices, seeking God's face on a regular basis, you're content, you're clear, and you're in purpose. You're content, you're clear, and you're in purpose. Write the 3 down. You're content, you're clear, and you are in purpose. I'm content, I'm clear, and I'm in purpose. I'm content, I'm clear, and I'm in purpose. So now, with staying spiritually focused, we understand that it's not going to always be an easy journey. It's not going to always be a journey where we're saying, oh yeah, well, I'm always getting what I want and everything is always working out how I want it to work out and I'm happy, joy, and it's always this and that. Now we understand that this journey, sometimes I'm going to get a no. On this journey, sometimes things are not going to work out the way that I want it to work out. On this journey, sometimes I'm going to have to sit down for a while. I'm going to have to go through it for a while. And that is okay. Why? Because we understand now the importance of having the nevertheless, let your will be done. The peace that we're looking for is a peace that we're going to create from within. The peace that we're going to create is going to be the peace that's going to be coming from within. That is going to be an inner peace. This is something that we create by prioritizing our spiritual practices, right? That's how these things are created. That's how these things are created. There's going to be times in your life where, yeah, you're going to make some mistakes. Nobody's expecting for you not to make no mistakes. Nobody's expecting for you not to have some hiccups. Nobody's expecting for you to be walking around and you didn't. No. What we're saying is that when you do make those mistakes, now with this new mindset, we want you to correct your behavior instead of make excuses for your behavior. We want you to create results in your life and no longer making excuses in your life. Accept that this is what you done. And because you done this, you know this is going to be the consequence, but I'm still going to be in alignment. I'm not going to stop serving God. I'm not going to run away from this because I feel like this and that or whatever, or God didn't give me this or God didn't give me that. No, you still stay in alignment. You still do what you're supposed to be doing. Because this is not about us. This is about the will that he has for each and every one of our lives on a regular basis. This week, we're right over here in being spiritually focused, right here in being spiritually focused. And this is something that we have to work on, and we have to work on it on a regular basis, right? We have to be 100% locked into this, right? So I hope this message on today, she says, I do come to churches. I've been to a couple of churches, but you have to click the link in my bio. It says Linktree Street. Go to my website, LeroyHall.com, and it will give you all the information as far as having me coming out to anywhere. I love you guys, man. Every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground, I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you, because there's no love like self-love. And you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. You guys already know this Saturday, July the 12th, I will be here in Columbia. I will be honored as a humanitarian for the work that I put into the community here. So they're going to be honoring me later on that Saturday. We got to have a basketball team and everything that's going to be going on, back to school event. Going to be passing out stuff to the kids, showing love to the kids so they can get ready for back to school. And then July the 19th, I will be speaking in Atlanta, Georgia. I am on my way for the Waiting to Exhale. The Waiting to Exhale empowerment event featuring your girl Street Poet. I will be out there and I will be coming with a message. August the 23rd, if you have not already, From Pain to Purpose, the empowerment experience going down in Brooklyn, New York. If you have not got your ticket from there, make sure you go to Eventbrite like yesterday. Do not walk. I need you to run over to Eventbrite. It's From Pain to Purpose, right? I'm going to be in Brooklyn, New York. And if you guys have not got your tickets, make sure you go and do so. Vendor slots have completely sold out, so we don't have any vendor slots. We will have light refreshments. We will have meditation. Sound bowl meditation by Latifah Way is going to be providing that right before your girl come in, and I'm going to be doing a meet and greet. Your meet and greet will be included inside your ticket prices, so there will be no extra fees that's going to be attached to anything. We don't do no hidden fees over here, okay? So yes, once you have gotten in, you got in, and everything that's inside of there is all for you, right? So come in and shop with our vendors. We got a lot of different vendors that's available. Man, listen, it's going to be love, right? So that's going to be August the 23rd, Saturday, August the 23rd, Brooklyn, New York. Make sure you guys are out there ready to support From Pain to Purpose empowerment event with your girl Street Poet and the Chosen Family. July the 19th, I will be in Atlanta, Georgia, and July 12th, I'm going to be here in Columbia, South Carolina. Freshly in just yesterday, I received the email as well. So as you guys are double tapping on the screen so you guys can reach out 200K goal. Y'all double tap on the screen over here on TikTok. Y'all are almost there. Y'all at 186. I will be here at the South Carolina's Women's Empowerment event that goes down at the fairground right here in Columbia, South Carolina. That's going to be August the 16th. It's one of the biggest women empowerment events here in South Carolina with Hot 103.9, 93.9. They have selected me to be a part of their speaking crew for August the 16th. That's right. So your girl will be out there with Hot 103.9/93.9. I will be a part of that panel that's out there for the Women Empowerment event, man. Yeah, big kudos to Hot, man. I appreciate you guys for continuously loving and supporting me. If anybody know, for Hot 103.9, man, when I used to do music and throw my parties, these people have always played every single Street Poet track that I dropped. They've always made me a part of whatever it was that they was doing. They've always showed that love and support. One thing about me is I do not meet people and just meet people. When I meet people, I meet family. I build great relationship with anybody that encounter me. To know me is to love me and to always want to be a part of whatever it is that I'm doing. I'm just that type of person. With everybody that I meet, I love people, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I know people be like, I don't like people and I don't trust people and I love me some people. I love people, and I love to see people happy. I love to see them healthy. I love to see them living their very best life. I love to see people just doing well in life, excelling mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It's just a beautiful thing, right? And then, of course, August the 30th, I ain't gonna forget that. August the 30th, man, if you guys are not here in Columbia, South Carolina, I don't know what to tell y'all. August the 30th, I will be installed as an evangelist right here in Columbia, South Carolina, and everybody is invited. That's right, everybody is invited. I got the flyer up on my Facebook, on my Instagram, and everywhere. I will post it again. I'm going to start posting it a lot more because I want you guys inside of the building. I want you guys to be able to witness this move of God, and it's going to be happening August the 30th at 2 p.m. right here in Columbia, South Carolina. Immediately following that, we are planning a massive fish fry. That's right, we got a massive fish fry, full DJ, everything. I got different caterers. I don't even know who all cooking. I just know we got plenty of food. So we're going to be having that going on. So I want you guys to come out and support that as well, man. I absolutely love each and every one of you guys, and I appreciate the love and the support from all of you guys over the years. I started out in 2017, and this is now 2025. So I've been in this thing for a moment, right? I've been in this thing for a moment, and I just love and trust God in the direction that He's leading my life. And you guys' support on this journey have been absolutely amazing. It has been absolutely amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. It's been absolutely amazing. So I'm super excited. I'm super geeked up for everything that it is that He's doing in my life right now. And as you can tell, your girl is definitely booked and busy. So we just let God do God. That's all we do. We just let God do God however He want to do it. That's what we doing right now. But I love each and every one of you guys, and every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground, I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you, because it's no love like self-love. And you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. Of course, it's your favorite online motivational speaker, life coach, and evangelist. It's your girl, Street Poet. I want you guys to have an amazing day, and I hope you guys took really good notes, because one thing's for sure, two things for certain, is this information that we got today is definitely something that we need to put in the front parts of our mind, especially for this third quarter of this year, where the climate of this world is quickly spinning in circles right now. It's going all over the place, and the information that was given today is definitely for such a time as this. You cannot expect something for nothing. If you want this life, you got to be willing to work towards it. You have to know that there's going to be some things that's going to happen, some bad thing that's going to happen, and it cannot shake your faith. I need for you guys to be all the way locked in. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow. Y'all be good.